2026 Indiana DMV Air Brakes Class B Test 125 questions and complete answers. Question 1. If the spring brakes are activated, you should never. Option A. Push down the brake pedal. Option B. Open the hood. Option C. Release air from the air storage tanks. Option D. Open the door to the cab. The correct answer is option A. Push down the brake pedal. Explanation. Never apply the brake pedal if your spring brakes are activated. Brakes can be damaged if they are subject to both springs and air pressure. Question 2. If the spring brakes are on, you should. Option A. Not use the brake pedal. Option B. Press the accelerator. Option C. Move the steering wheel. Option D. Be especially careful because the brakes may fail. The correct answer is option A. Not use the brake pedal. Explanation. You should not apply the brake pedal if the spring brakes are activated. The brakes could be damaged if they are subjected to the force of air pressure and the springs at the same time. Question 3. When only the tractor is equipped with an anti-lock braking system ABS. Option A. There is a decreased risk of jackknifing. Option B. There is an increased risk of jackknifing. Option C. The brakes will not work as effectively as they would without ABS. Option D. The brakes will become more sensitive. The correct answer is option A. There is a decreased risk of jackknifing. Explanation. If a tractor is equipped with an anti-lock braking system ABS but the trailer is not, the risk of jackknifing will be reduced and the driver should still be able to maintain steering control. If only the trailer is equipped with ABS, it is less likely that the trailer will swing out to one side. Question 4. In a dual air brake system, a leak in one system. Option A always means there are leaks in both systems. Option B may not affect the other system. Option C is not something to worry about. Option D will also affect the other system. The correct answer is option B, may not affect the other system. Explanation. A dual air brake system is made up of two separate air brake systems. If there is an air leak in one system, it may not affect the other. Question 5. In a dual air brake system, option A, each system has separate air tanks, hoses, and lines. Option B, the systems share air tanks, but each has its own separate hoses and lines. Option C, each system uses the same lines and hoses. Option D, one system is the main braking system and a second system is ready to be used if the first one fails. The correct answer is option A. Each system has separate air tanks, hoses, and lines. Explanation. A dual air brake system is made up of two separate air brake systems. The systems share a single set of brake controls, but each has its own air tanks, hoses, and lines. Question 6. How is the parking brake released? Option A, by tapping the brake pedal 3 times. Option B, by pushing in the brake control knob. Option C, by starting the vehicle. Option D, by tapping the accelerator twice. The correct answer is option B, by pushing in the brake control knob. Explanation. In vehicles with air brakes, the parking brake is controlled by a knob. The knob is pulled out to apply the brakes and pushed in to release them. Question 7. If the air pressure warning light comes on, you should. Option A, continue driving normally. Option B, activate your hazard lights and continue driving. Option C, call the local law enforcement agency. Option D, safely exit the roadway and stop. The correct answer is option D, safely exit the roadway and stop. Explanation. If the air pressure warning light or buzzer comes on while you are driving, you should immediately stop and safely park the vehicle. This warning signal indicates that there is a problem in the air brake system that needs to be fixed. Question 8. How many air storage tanks are used in an air brake system? Option A, 2 tanks. Option B, 4 tanks. Option C, 6 tanks. Option D, the number varies. The correct answer is option D. The number varies. Explanation. Air storage tanks are used to hold compressed air. The number and size of air tanks in an air brake system varies among vehicles. Question 9. Before driving a vehicle with a dual air brake system, you must wait for the air compressor to build a minimum of blank in both the primary and secondary systems. Option A, 25 psi. Option B, 50 psi. Option C, 75 psi. Option D, 100 psi. The correct answer is option D, 100 psi. Explanation. Before driving a vehicle with a dual air brake system, you should wait for the air compressor to build up at least 100 psi in both the primary and secondary systems. Question 10. In cold weather, an alcohol evaporator should be checked and filled. Option A, once a week. Option B, every day. Option C, every hour. Option D, once a month. The correct answer is option B, every day. Explanation. An alcohol evaporator can help prevent ice from building up in an air brake system. In cold weather, the evaporator should be checked and refilled every day. Question 11. Brake fading is caused when? Option A, brakes are not used often enough. Option B, brakes overheat. Option C, brakes are too cold. Option D, brakes are wet. The correct answer is option B, brakes overheat. Explanation. Using the brakes excessively will cause them to overheat, making them less effective. This is referred to as fading. Question 12. To confirm that a trailer has ABS, you can. Option A, look under the trailer for wheel speed sensors coming from the back of the brakes. Option B, look under the hood for the ABS sticker. Option C, look at the tires. Option D, remove a tire and look for the ABS sensor on the axle. The correct answer is option A. Look under the trailer for wheel speed sensors coming from the back of the brakes. Explanation. If you are unsure if a trailer is equipped with an anti-lock braking system ABS, look under the vehicle for the electronic control unit and wheel speed sensor wires coming from the back of the brakes. Question 13. While driving, spring brakes are generally held in place by Option A, air pressure. Option B, chocks. Option C, foundation brakes. Option D, sturdy ties. The correct answer is option A, air pressure. Explanation. While driving, spring brakes are generally held in place by air pressure. If the air pressure gets low enough, the springs will activate the brakes. Question 14. The parking brake should be Option A, used whenever you park the vehicle. Option B, used while driving. Option C, set when driving in bad weather. Option D, used to stop the vehicle in normal driving. The correct answer is option A, used whenever you park the vehicle. Explanation. The parking brake should be applied every time you park your vehicle. Question 15. An anti-lock braking system ABS. Option A, cannot be used with air brakes. Option B, should be used on dry pavement. Option C, can assist in maintaining control when braking. Option D, should only be used if all axles have ABS. The correct answer is option C, can assist in maintaining control when braking. Explanation. Anti-lock braking systems ABS are compatible with air braking systems. ABS helps maintain control of a vehicle and prevents the wheels from locking up during hard braking on slippery surfaces. ABS can still provide benefits even if is present on only one axle. Question 16. Water and compressor oil are usually found in the compressed air within an air brake system. Water and compressor oil, option A, are necessary for the proper function of the air brake system. Option B, should be added if low. Option C, should be removed regularly. Option D, are not concerns. The correct answer is option C, should be removed regularly. Explanation. Compressed air in an air brake system usually contains a certain amount of water and compressor oil. The water and oil can damage the brakes if left to accumulate in the system. Manually operated air tank drains must be opened daily to remove this buildup. Question 17. During the static leakage test, the maximum leakage rate for a double combination vehicle is Option A, 3 psi in 1 minute. Option B, 6 psi in 1 minute. Option C, 8 psi in 1 minute. Option D, 4 psi in 1 minute. The correct answer is option 3 psi in 1 minute. Explanation. When performing a static leakage test on a double combination vehicle with air brakes, the leakage rate should be no more than 3 psi in 1 minute. If air leaks from the air brake system at a quicker rate, the vehicle should not be driven because something likely needs to be repaired. Question 18. To ensure normal stopping power, drivers of vehicles equipped with a front brake limiting valve should Option A, set the control to normal. Option B, set the control to the off position. Option C, set the control to neutral. Option D, keep the control at the halfway mark. The correct answer is option A, set the control to normal. Explanation. Some pre-1975 vehicles have a front brake limiting valve, which has normal and slippery settings. The idea behind these valves was to limit the air pressure available to the front brakes when driving on slippery surfaces, and thereby reduce the danger of a front wheel skid. Studies have found that this is not actually a concern, so if your vehicle has a front brake limiting valve, leave it in the normal position. Question 19. What can happen if the air pressure gets too low in an air brake system? Option A, the brakes may squeak. Option B, the brakes may not work. Option C, the brakes may be sluggish. Option D, the brakes will be very sensitive. The correct answer is option B. The brakes may not work. Explanation. Pressing and releasing the brake pedal unnecessarily can let air out faster than the compressor can replace it, reducing the available air pressure. If the air pressure in an air brake system gets too low, the brakes will no longer work. Question 20. What is brake lag? Option A, the time required for the brakes to work after the brake pedal is pushed. Option B, the distance between the brake pedal's resting position and the floor. Option C, the amount of air pressure used to stop a vehicle. Option D, how faded the brakes are. The correct answer is option A, the time required for the brakes to work after the brake pedal is pushed. Explanation. Because air takes time to flow through the air lines to the brakes, air brakes cannot begin working instantly. There is often a brake lag of at least 1/2 of a second between the moment the brake pedal is pressed and the moment the brakes begin to work. On vehicles with hydraulic brakes, the brakes work instantly when the pedal is pressed. Question 21. If braking at a speed of 55 miles per hour while driving on dry pavement, the brake lag can add blank to your vehicle's total stopping distance. Option A, 32 feet. Option B, 15 feet. Option C, 50 feet. Option D, 10 feet. The correct answer is option 32 feet. Explanation. The total stopping distance for vehicles equipped with air brakes is made up of 4 factors: perception distance, reaction distance, brake lag distance, and braking distance. When braking at a speed of 55 miles per hour while driving on dry pavement, the brake lag can add around 32 feet to a vehicle's total stopping distance. Question 22. During an applied leakage test, the maximum leakage rate for a single vehicle with air brakes is Option A, 3 psi in 1 minute. Option B, 6 psi in 1 minute. Option C, 8 psi in 1 minute. Option D, 4 psi in 1 minute. The correct answer is option A, 3 psi in 1 minute. Explanation. It is important to know the maximum air loss rate that is safe for your specific vehicle. A single vehicle with air brakes should have a leakage rate no higher than 3 psi in a minute during an applied leakage test. Question 23. Applying the brake pedal causes air pressure to activate an electric switch and Option A, turn off the brake lights. Option B, turn on the low pressure warning light. Option C, turn on the brake lights. Option D, turn off the low pressure warning light. The correct answer is option C, turn on the brake lights. Explanation. In a vehicle with air brakes, the brake lights are activated when the brake pedal is pushed and air pressure moves an electric switch. With the application of air pressure, the switch will then turn on the brake lights. Question 24. What color is the low air pressure warning light? Option A, green. Option B, orange. Option C, red. Option D, purple. The correct answer is option C, red. Explanation. A low air pressure warning signal is required in vehicles with air brakes. The warning light is usually red and may be accompanied by a buzzer. Question 25. Friction inside a brake drum is caused when the brake shoes and linings. Option A, push against each other. Option B, separate from the axle. Option C, push against the inside of the drum. Option D, create excess heat. The correct answer is option C, push against the inside of the drum. Explanation. Friction inside a brake drum is caused when the brake shoes and linings push against the inside of the drum. The friction in the drums will slow and stop the vehicle.